smoked Spam bites today on Up in Smoke All About Barbecue. We are out here at the S&S Kettle Grill with our slow and sear charcoal basket that I have a nice bed of charcoal on one side. I'm going to get this lit. Hopefully the crazy wind today won't blow this out. I've got a little bit of hickory wood on here, and I think it just blew it out. Let's see, or I moved that too much. Got a little bit of hickory wood on here for a nice little bit of wood smoke on our Spam bites. And we're gonna get this up to 250 degrees. And while it's getting nice and preheated, we are gonna go get our Spam ready. Okay, so smoked Spam is something that my husband has been begging me to try because he loved Spam as a kid. So I went ahead and did one can because I wanted to see exactly how I wanted to go about cutting this up and everything. And first thing I did is wipe all the Spam goop off once you plunk it out of the can. So I'm gonna dry that off a little bit, and I'm gonna cut up this one. I'm gonna do about 1-inch cubes. When I've done some pork belly bites, that's about the size that I've made for that. So I'm gonna try that with the Spam. I'm doing pretty much what I've done with pork belly before, since it's all pork, and hopefully this will come out delicious. I'm sure it will. I'm gonna take these cubes and I am going to put them into a bowl over here for now. Gotta do one more, the other two sides. Get this all cut up. Then I've got a little bit of a rub mixed up, more of a spice mixture, because I'm not gonna pat this into it. I'm just gonna toss it in this bowl. So this is mostly pepper and some light brown sugar, a little bit of garlic powder, and a lot less salt than I normally use since Spam already has a lot of salt on it. So I'm going to sprinkle this over our cubes, and I'm just gonna kind of stir them around a little bit. I wanna try and get it on all the sides here. They don't have to be super coated, because at the end of this, we're actually going to glaze them once they've gotten a nice smoke on them for a little bit. So I'm gonna lay them out on my tray. All I have over here is some little cooling racks set inside of one of my cookie sheets, and I just wrapped some heavy duty foil around it. So it's both my drip pan and my easy carry and get on the grill pan too. So it's not gonna sit over direct heat, it's gonna sit on that smoke side, so the pan will be just fine, and especially since it's wrapped in this foil. So I'm gonna get all of these laid on here, and then we're gonna head out to the grill. So we are ready to get our Spam bites on here. I'm going to put this just on here, like I said, with my tray and everything. Put them in, let them get some nice hickory smoke on them. And I'm gonna check them in about 30 minutes and see how they're doing, see if I need to spritz them with water. So we will check them in just a bit. Okay, we are checking our Spam bites, and they're actually looking pretty good. I think I am gonna give them just a light little spritz with some water. That's all that is, just a little bit of water. Then close my lid back up, and I'm gonna let them go another about 30 minutes and check them again, possibly another little spritz. All right, these are actually starting to look really good. They've been on so far for a total of about an hour. I think I'm gonna let them go. Some of them are still looking a little bit light on the smoke, so I'm gonna let them go maybe about 20 more minutes, come back and check them and see, and then it'll be time to glaze. Okay, so it's time to mix up our raspberry chipotle glaze for our Spam bites. So far I have 1 tablespoon of honey in here. This is 4 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar that I'm gonna mix in. I am going to add 4 tablespoons of raspberry preserves for the raspberry, if this will come off of my spoon. So there's 1, got 2, This is the fun part. This is the Sesame Street portion. 3 and 4. Then, doesn't want to come out. Use my whisk. Should have thought of that sooner. That would just make too much sense for me. So, now I'm also going to add a tablespoon of this light brown sugar. And this part, the sweet, the honey, and the brown sugar, and then what I'm about to do next is all to your taste. You don't have to add a full tablespoon. You can add more if you want to. I'm actually going to taste once I get this chipotle pepper in here. We're going to start with 1. That's a pretty good sized one. And I'm just going to kind of dice it up. Just kind of give it a rough chop. And then mix it in. And some of those chipotles, they're in that nice spicy adobo sauce. Yeah. This is why I have the gloves on again, because if you have any kind of a cut on your hand, that adobo sauce will find it. And let's see, I am going to get, there was a small one I had somewhere here towards the top. I'm gonna get a second one just because my husband likes spicy, and we're gonna make this spicy. Then I'm going to whisk it all up. Ooh. Take this glove off now. Whisk it all up. I'll give it a little taste, see how it is for our liking. Like I said, you can make it sweeter if you want, or spicier. I'm gonna stay with just the 2 peppers because that's probably gonna be a little bit of spice for me. My husband will think it's just perfect. And then we're gonna take this outside and glaze our Spam bites.
Go.
Okay, we're pulling these off, and I'm gonna start getting them off. Whoops, there's a few. Table's clean, wiped it down, don't worry. And see if I can do this without throwing Spam bites all over the yard here. Get a few more, there we go. And about ready to glaze. So they've been on, it's been a total of about 1.5 hours that I've let them smoke, which is about what I usually do with pork belly bites too. And there we go. Got all of them in to my tray. Got my glaze. I'm going to just pour this all over them. And we'll stir them all up. Get them all coated in this nice sauce. And I'm going to put them back on the grill. At this point, if you wanted to, you could always just have your oven preheated to 250, excuse me, and put them inside, because I am actually going to cover these with another piece of foil, which I forgot to bring the foil out here, but yes, they're going to be covered, and we're going to get them back on the grill, and this is going to be about 30 minutes. Okay, so we are ready to taste. We brought our Spam bites in and stirred them up a little bit, and I think my favorite taster wants to try these.
Yeah!
He's the one who's been begging for them.
All right.
So I'm going to get you a big old chunk of chipotle pepper in there too.
This looks fantastic.
They smell pretty good, actually.
Yes.
That's probably the raspberry glaze. Let me stir these up a little more.
Oop. All right.
It's okay. It won't fall.
Give it a try.
Try it.
All right.
See what you think.
Let's see.
So, Spam. Smoked Spam.
Now this has a mouthfeel more like sausage than it does Spam. Great smoky flavor. Love that chipotle raspberry glaze. This is amazing.
It's very interesting with Spam with smoke flavor.
I really had expectation of it still having mostly the mouth feel of, you know,
Spam.
a Spam slice.
Yeah.
but I guess the cooking it at temperature does something to it, and this totally blows me away. I am a Spam aficionado since I was a kid, so I didn't think I would be disappointed in any way based on that. But this does, you could serve this and not tell people what it is and ask them what they thought it was, and I doubt that they would even guess that it was Spam. It's really amazing.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good, yeah. So smoking it at 250 degrees. It was about an hour and a half that we left it on. Checked it and spritzed it, and you can turn your cubes a little bit if you want to, your Spam cubes. And then glazed it, raspberry chipotle glaze in the pan. Covered that with foil, about 30 more minutes, 30 to 40, and you're done. And it was very tasty and delicious. Spam. This is
amazing.
Who knew? So, thank you so much for watching. Leave us any questions or comments down below. Give us a like and a subscribe, and we will see you next time.
That is really amazing.